Yo, what is good YouTube? I am Richie Kim, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the Converse G4. Before we get started, if you all enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. But anyways, let's get right into it. So as always, starting off with the traction pattern, the Converse G4 features a multi-directional herringbone traction pattern. It's a lot of lines and some circles here and there, so I'm just gonna call it multi-directional. That's the best way to describe it, honestly. And the traction on the shoe is actually pretty good. If you guys are playing on your clean courts, you guys shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. But if you are playing on your dustier courts, then you probably will slide just a little bit depending on the court conditions and how much dust has accumulated onto the shoe. The traction pattern is actually pretty spaced out, so I feel like the dust accumulation is more due to the rubber compound that they use for the shoe. But a light wipe and you guys should be good to go. So just make sure you maintain that wipe, and I don't think you'll have any problems with the traction. So there are other colorways of this shoe which feature a solid rubber outsole, which may perform better than this because this is a slightly translucent rubber. It's kind of milky translucent, it's not fully translucent. So, typically in Nike shoes, which, Converse is owned by Nike, the solid rubber outsoles perform a little bit better. So you may actually get some better traction out of different colorways. Just keep that in mind. But for me personally, I would say I'm pretty satisfied with the traction. If you are playing on those dustier courts, just wipe and you guys should be good to go. So moving on to the cushion, the Converse G4 features a React midsole with a 4-foot zoom unit. And the React in this shoe does not feel like React in lifestyle model shoes. It's definitely more firm, definitely more geared towards performance basketball. So what you're gonna get is very, very light bounce, very, very light impact protection. I definitely don't think this is the best cushion setup if you guys are looking for impact protection, but what you are gonna get is just a decent amount of impact protection, a decent amount of bounce with a lot of court feel. This type of cushion setup is definitely more catered towards like guard style players like myself who like to be light on their feet and feel very quick. As far as the cushion and the 4-foot goes, this does feature a 4-foot zoom unit, but personally I can't feel it too much. I feel like it's probably one of those very, very small 4-foot zoom units. It's there, it's definitely there. You can feel it just a little bit, but not as much as I'd like. I've been playing in the KD13 a lot, and that 4-foot zoom unit, that 4-foot cushion setup is just like God tier, whereas this is definitely not there. But it is what it is. You are going to get court feel and responsiveness no matter what, and very, very light impact protection. So if that's what you like, then this cushion setup has definitely got you covered. If you want more impact protection because you heard the word React, yeah, you're definitely not going to get that. So moving on to the materials. The materials on the Converse G4 are pretty nice. It's kind of like this ballistic mesh type material, very, very hard, or not hard, but it's very structured, but it does actually feel very nice to the touch and also feels very nice on foot as well. This ballistic mesh is pretty much the base for this whole shoe. You get it pretty much everywhere up until the back part of the shoe, where you move into like this synthetic nubuck material. The materials used on the shoe do provide a lot of structure, a lot of support, which is awesome because this is a very, very low cut sneaker, and I think the materials do a great job at what they're supposed to do. Outside of the ballistic mesh and that synthetic nubuck that I was talking about, you do have some plastic overlays on the higher wear areas, such as on the lateral side of the shoe right here, as well as along the whole outside of the toe box. So I'd say in terms of durability, the materials on the shoe are gonna last you a long time. That same plastic material is actually featured around the back of the shoe as well. So materials on the shoe are really good. Moving on to the fit and support of the shoe, I'd say that the fit is pretty true to size, maybe just a tad bit long and definitely a little narrow. Me, a slightly wide footer, I definitely felt some pain in the 4-foot area, especially where this plastic part is right here. It's almost like it's not just a pinching pain right there, it's more of a kind of sharp pain. Kind of feels like I'm getting stabbed in my pinky toe, but it is what it is. If you guys are slightly wide footers to hella wide footers, I would say maybe go up a half size or just stay away from the shoe, because the pain was there for me and it just never went away because the materials aren't going to stretch. If you guys are narrow footers or just, you know, your normal width feet people, going true to size, you guys should be perfectly fine. I don't think you guys are going to have any problems in the fit department. You don't have any dead space up in the toe box area, and the tongue and everything else really fits nicely over your feet. In terms of the support, I didn't really have any support issues in the shoe. At first, I did have a little bit of heel slippage in my right shoe only, and that went away as I played more in the shoe. I'm not exactly sure what's up with that. Usually when I play in shoes that have heel slippage, it's almost always in the right foot only, and sometimes it goes away, sometimes it doesn't. This is one of those cases where that heel slippage did go away after I played in the shoe more and more. You do have a very stiff internal heel counter built in, and it does help you lock down your heel. And I didn't really have any side-to-side movement on the footbed as well on lateral movements. That's pretty much due to the materials that they use on the shoe. It just helps you keep you nice and contained. I'd say that the base of the shoe is actually pretty wide itself as well, which also helps with that. I'm not sure if the shoe has an internal shank plate or anything, but you know, can't really turn it. Like, I really can't turn this and twist this at all. So it definitely has you covered on torsional rigidity and stability as well. Even though this is a pretty low cut shoe, I'd say that the support in the Converse G4 is actually really nice. The Converse G4 retails for $120, and you know, for 120 bucks, I would say it's a pretty good shoe. You know, it's definitely not the best performer, but you do get a really good performing shoe out of this. And you know, it's definitely unique. Not a lot of people play in Converses. You know, the game is pretty much run by Nike and Adidas, mainly Nike. So for 120 bucks, if you want to stick out a little bit, I'd say go for it. You know, I don't think you'll be disappointed unless you guys are looking for a lot of impact protection. Because like I said, even though this shoe does have React, it definitely doesn't feel like React in the lifestyle model shoes. But if you guys prefer that core feel responsiveness, and you want to stick out a little bit, I'd say go for it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. That's pretty much it for this performance review. If you all like this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. Also smash that like button for me, as it really does help me out. While you guys are at it, check out this video on my left and on my right, and that's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.